What's up? It's your girl Anna Talks Wrestling here. Welcome to my channel. Lace up your boots, hit the subscribe and like button, and let's get ready to dive deep into everything pro wrestling. So today we're going to be talking about Backlash. WWE Backlash is the pay-per-view that happens after WrestleMania, you guys. So this is supposed to be a big one. Supposed to be. Now, we only have 5 matches on the card here, and I want to go through each one. I'm going to be ranking this worst to best in terms of booking, because obviously, Backlash is supposed to be a huge PLE. Like, it's the first PLE after WrestleMania. This should feel big to us, right? So let's talk about the worst match that's happening on the card, right? So we're going to be ranking this from worst to best in terms of the booking. We have 5 matches here that are happening tonight, and honestly, when I was thinking about what was the worst match in terms of booking, I unfortunately had to put Dirty Dominik Mysterio. That's right, Dom versus Penta. There just wasn't enough build-up for this match for me to feel like this is something special. And I know it's for the Intercontinental title, but let's be real here, guys. Penta has already lost to Dirty Dom. Is he gonna lose again to Dominik Mysterio? Like, does that really seem logical? The build-up was whatever, but I really feel like Penta versus Dominik Mysterio is just happening to somehow hand the title over to Penta over Dominik Mysterio. First off, Dominik Mysterio winning the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania was insane. We all know that. Like, we did not see that coming. And truthfully, I kind of liked it. Like, I thought that was a surprise, and that was probably the best title wins of WrestleMania 41. Say what you want about it. I know everybody hates poor little Dom, but let's be real. It's kind of funny to see him hold a title, and he needs it. He's never been booked individually. He's always had somebody like Mami Rhea Ripley by his side, Liv Morgan by his side, even his father, the great Rey Mysterio. Dominik Mysterio has never just been by himself as an individual man, and he really needs to separate from that. Right now, they're still clinging on to him being in the Judgment Day, but that needs to break up as well. So I would like to see Dominik Mysterio hold on to that title and have him face Finn Balor in the future and have a big Judgment Day breakup, because let's be honest here, that group needs to be done. It's been going on for way too long, to the point where we're all kind of like, all right, guys, like, let's make something out of this. Like, we know Liv Morgan and Raquel are great, yes, but we need to make a massive breakup. Like, we need Finn Balor to turn on Dominik Mysterio. We need Liv Morgan to turn on Dominik Mysterio. We need something crazy. We need everybody to just break up from that group, because it's been going on for way too damn long. Like, we've seen this group back when it was with Edge and Damien Priest and Rhea Ripley. Like, how long has that been? Like, Edge has been gone for like ever, left and gone to AEW, and this group is still going on. It needs to be done. So in my opinion, Dominik Mysterio should be holding on to that title. However, let's be honest here. Are they really going to have Penta lose yet again to somebody like Dominik Mysterio? Probably not. Definitely predicting that Penta's going to win the title tonight from Dominik Mysterio. However, I don't think that's how it should be booked. I do think Dominik Mysterio should beat Penta, only because I want to see the title between him and Finn Balor, because I really think Finn Balor deserves that Intercontinental Championship. To also see them giving the title to somebody like Penta, and Finn Balor being super upset that Dominik Mysterio got his title taken from him from somebody like Penta, and then he goes on to face Penta, and then Finn Balor wins the title. But the best way to do this is if Finn Balor turns into Demon Finn Balor. Like, they need to bring that back. Like, Finn Balor has not been being booked the best, especially with his ability in the ring, on the mic, like carrying a storyline. He needs something big. So if Penta does win, I'm not super against it if they book it the right way. So it's for tonight, I definitely have Penta winning all the way against Dominik Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. That is the worst match on the card for me. So let's talk about the second worst match on the card. This one was a little bit tricky because truthfully, there's only 5 matches on the card. Like, first off, let's talk about how crazy that is. Like, does it really even feel like a PLE when there's only 5 matches on the card and there's so many other people that could be on the card? People like Sikoa, people like Sami Zayn, people like The Miz or Carmelo Hayes. Like, there is a lot of people missing from this card. And I'm not really a big fan of it. Even Naomi, even the EST, the baddest, the toughest, the strongest Bianca Belair. Like, where are all these incredible, phenomenal talent that they have? PLEs have died down so much. I mean, Roman Reigns, a tribal chief, Chief isn't even on it. Seth freaking Rollins isn't on the match card. Like, what are we doing here, you guys? I just don't get it. But anyways, the second worst I had to go with the man, Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria, or as I like to say, Lyra who Valkyria, because let's be honest, does she really deserve to be holding the Intercontinental Championship? Is she really doing anything good for it? My opinion, not really. I'm not really a fan of her. Becky Lynch is definitely being used to try to bring Lyra to the next level. And of course, anybody that faces Becky gets a little bit of a push to the next level. So this is really good for Lyra, but she doesn't need to hold the title. I really want to see Becky Lynch win so easily after returning. That's probably not the most ideal situation, but it's freaking Lyra, so she can beat her. I wouldn't really care. But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. I think Lyra is going to beat Becky Lynch just because I think they want to keep this feud going longer than what it has been. And heel Becky Lynch is freaking awesome. I would love to see her hold the Intercontinental Championship as a heel. I freaking love Becky Lynch as a heel, although I would like to see her change her look a little bit slowly like she did before. I don't know about you guys, but when Becky Lynch got the short hair, the fur coats, she was freaking killing it as a heel. Not saying it exactly has to be like that, but she could definitely change her look a little bit to make it feel like a heel turn. That's the mistake they're making with John Cena. Like, there's no like change in the look. So to me, like, you're not really changing your character. You're not really trying a new character. You're just simply turning and calling yourself a heel. Like, there needs to be a little bit more of a character development, which I really think WWE is lacking. And you guys are gonna hate me for this. Look at somebody like Ricochet in AEW. Like, he has changed his look. He has changed his gimmick completely. And I know it's a new company, so that can seem easier. But let's be honest, like, AEW does a better job at some character development than WWE has. Like, Becky Lynch and John Cena are both heels, but they look the same. It's just not adding up to me. Where was the times when somebody turned, somebody like a Mick Foley, who changed his character so much? He had great work with different characters, and I think that's so special and so overlooked in pro wrestling sometimes. Like, yes, I know you guys all hate Ricochet, but he's doing a great job. I mean, even look at somebody like Hangman Adam Page. Like, I hate to be that person because I did not like him at all, but he has been doing pretty good. The Young Bucks, you know, Kenny Omega, they truly invest into building characters. And I think this is where WWE lacks just a little bit. I feel like there needs to be a change if you're turning heel or turning face. That's where I stand by this. So anyways, that's kind of why this is my second worst match, Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria, because Becky didn't really change much and I don't really care about Lyra. And the Intercontinental Championship hasn't been feeling all that special until Becky came into the picture. Now it feels a little bit better and there's more value added to it for sure. But I just really don't feel like WWE is going to give the win to Becky Lynch that soon, that quick. I think they want to build up Lyra more using Becky Lynch. So looking from the creative team's point of view, I can see why they would hand the win over to Lyra, and that's who I'm predicting will win tonight at WWE Backlash. Now let's go to my third worst match. So I definitely was going back and forth with this one because it's been so freaking tough. I just have to say it. Pat McAfee? Who cares? I'm sorry, but who cares about Pat McAfee? I really don't care, and I'm sorry to say that, but I don't. I think Gunther and him have been doing a really good build-up. So don't get me wrong here. It's obviously higher on my list for a reason. The build-up has been so great, but it's not because of Pat McAfee. Absolutely freaking not. It's actually because of Gunther. He has actually cut one of the best promos I've ever seen him cut, if not the best promo he's cut in his career against Pat McAfee. Like, I felt that from him. And when you can feel the emotion and passion from a pro wrestler when they're cutting a promo and you can feel what they're saying, that is incredible. Like, he absolutely gave me chills with his last promo with Pat McAfee. Absolutely phenomenal on Gunther, and I think this is great for him. Pat McAfee, I'm sorry, but like, I don't really care for you to say this is my dream, this is what I dreamt of. being in a pro wrestling ring when your career was from the NFL, when you do other things, not saying you can't do other things, but let's be honest. It was not your full on entire 100% dream, so don't pretend like it is or it was. Just not working for me. You can't fake that shit with me. You just can't. I'm sorry. Don't feel it. Somebody like maybe like Gunther, somebody maybe like a Damien Priest, even somebody like Jacob Fatu, people that have not really done anything else other than try to pursue pro wrestling. Seth freaking Rollins, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. I can go on, but the point stands. Pat McAfee, your promos suck. You suck. Why am I rooting for the heel Gunther? Is because he definitely does not deserve to lose to somebody like Pat McAfee. That's just the truth. That's the bottom line. It really is. I really want to see Gunther win. However, I don't really see WWE giving the win to Gunther, even though they 100% should. So I got Pat McAfee winning, which is why it's at my third worst match anyways. And then we have 2 matches left. So what's my top 2 best matches of the PLE? I'll know who's going to be at number 1. So let me talk about my number 2, which lies with the Fatal 4-Way for the United States Championship with Jacob Fatu, the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre, LA Knight, and Damien Priest. This is an incredible Fatal 4-Way. I do think these 4 men have been working so hard for the position that they are in. So I absolutely love it. I think it's a great match to put on the card, and it's probably the most exciting match that is happening tonight. Let's be honest here. Damien Priest, been killing it in the business. Drew McIntyre, been killing it. Somebody like Drew McIntyre, however, is not getting his flowers. He is not getting the respect he deserves. Drew McIntyre has been working so hard. Does Drew really need to be in a mid-card title storyline when he should really be in the World Heavyweight Championship storylines? That's just how I feel, but I also think they're doing a great job with the United States Championship, and it's more entertaining than the World Heavyweight Championship, believe it or not. Logan Paul and Jey Uso just don't do it for me. I mean, why should Jey Uso ever lose to somebody like Logan Paul? A social media megastar. That's it. Not a true pro wrestler. Somebody who wrestles a couple times a year and think is so good. Well, it's easy to look good when you've been practicing a match for months and months and you don't have to show up every week, busting your butt in the ring. It doesn't really look that impressive to me, Logan Paul. So anyways, not really a fan of the heavyweight championship booking. Honestly, the United States Championship has been being booked pretty good. I definitely don't think Jacob Fatu will be losing the title. Just doesn't really seem like something WWE should or will do. Jacob Fatu is obviously a huge fan favorite. They should keep it on him. Personally, I think that they should have Jacob Fatu win and they build up a storyline between him and the real tribal chief Solo Sikoa, because let's be honest, what the heck happened to Solo Sikoa? Where is he? Why is he not getting that push anymore? They pushed so hard. We didn't like him at first. He wasn't great at first, but then he started to be pretty good. And he really started to build character, and his mic skills were getting so much better. I'm shocked that the push for Solo Sikoa has dropped significantly. Significantly, it's dropped. Don't really think that's smart. Jacob Fatu should retain his title tonight and face Solo Sikoa in the future. I think that would be honestly a great SummerSlam match, potentially. Now, of course, somebody like Drew McIntyre losing to Jacob Fatu isn't the most ideal, but we got to build up future superstars somehow. And hopefully they book Drew McIntyre in the future better, because I really think he deserves it. I think he should be going for the World Heavyweight Championship. That's really how I feel. That leaves me with my number 1 best match of the night, which is the man in his final run, the farewell tour, the retirement, John Cena, You Can't See Me, and Randy Orton, RKO. Pretty good match. I mean, you can't really complain. It's two legends, two GOATs that are going after the WWE title. We really can't complain about this. And Randy's really been carrying the storyline of booking this more than John Cena, truthfully. I mean, John Cena hasn't really been carrying any storyline, honestly. So I definitely don't think Randy Orton's going to win tonight, even though he's been carrying the storyline. John Cena is 100% retaining that title. It would be stupid, foolish for him to lose it anytime soon. Personally, I think he won it too soon. They should have held off till towards the end of his farewell tour, so we could have kind of felt that chase for the 17th world title win. But we didn't get that, unfortunately. He just kind of got handed the win at WrestleMania 41. Not a big fan. I know he had a huge heel turn at Elimination Chamber. That's cool and all, but then The Rock was MIA, still is MIA, so the whole story just doesn't make sense. Travis Scott's just kind of thrown in there just to look pretty for pop culture and social media likes and shares, whatever. But John Cena is 100% not losing tonight to Randy Orton. It just is not the move they should make at this point. He should definitely be holding it. But I definitely can see John Cena holding the title, and he faces the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes at some point in the future, maybe at SummerSlam. Do you all really want to see that? I don't really know if that's the best thing they could do. Do we really want to see the match again? Probably not. We all know how WWE is. It can be pretty predictable. I'm not sure if this is one of the best Backlash match cards in history of pro wrestling. It 100% is not. It's okay. It's whatever. And I'm really not a fan of the 5 matches. It just doesn't feel that big to me. Doesn't feel as big as it should to me, especially being the first PLE after WrestleMania 41. But either way, it's pro wrestling, and we're all fans, diehards out here. We want to watch. We want to see what happens. Be sure to check out my rating for WWE Backlash after it happens. I'm excited to see where this will land in my ratings, 1 through 10. Is it going to be one of the worst PLEs or one of the best PLEs? We shall find out. I highly doubt it's going to be one of the best PLEs given the match card. But let me know your thoughts, where you stand with all the matches on tonight's PLE, if you agree with where I place these matches from worst to best, and who I predicted to win. Thank you so much for joining in today. If you enjoyed this video here, please like and subscribe for more wrestling content with your girl Anna here.